Hello everyone, how was Micro? I have gotten a lot of mixed reviews regarding Micro. Screen is not visible, guys. It's visible. Okay. So I got very mixed reviews regarding Micro, and I think it was mostly previous year topics. But yes, they were twisted, right? There were no direct, I would say, repeat PYQs. They were definitely twisted, but mostly the topics were pretty much the same because kitna, you will ask from out of the syllabus. So let's go on with the first question, guys. You have to help me with the options also. There was a history of some farmer who had the following image with black granules in discharge. This is the kind of history that was given. Most likely organism. Given the history, we are looking at something which is your mycetoma. And we all know that it is caused by either a fungus or a bacteria, which is nocardia. And here we will rule out staphylococcus and actinomyces because we know actinomyces causes lumpy jaw. So यहाँ पे it has to be nocardia or Madurella mycetomatis. And because there were black granules given, we have to mark Madurella mycetomatis because nocardia is usually your reddish to white colored granules. We all know red to white colored granules hota hai, so this is not going to be the answer. The answer is option number D. Acha, even if farmer is not there, it's fine. We all know that this is mycetoma. Right? Simple, simple. Moving on. Which of the following is an obligate intracellular organism? So we all know here obligate intracellular. That means can't survive outside the cell. It is going to be Ehrlichia schaffenensis. We have things like chlamydia, anaplasma cyto. All of these things are the ones that are going to be obligate intracellular. Butyromycosis, guys. When I told you in mission classes also, butyromycosis does not have any pus coming out of it like this, right? It is going to be more like a loculated thing, and again, black granules are not seen with Staphylococcus. Even if it is butyromycosis, black granules are not seen. So, amongst the following, obligate intracellular, we know that is Ehrlichia schaffenensis, right? Very, very direct question. Not see triple villi, no, it is not obligate intracellular. It is there, but it is not an obligate, means that it can't survive outside. So, it's going to be A. All can be caused by thorn prick. Me having to repeat this multiple times that guys, only thorn prick is not for your sporothrix. It can happen with any of the subcutaneous mycosis, right? And we all know that very famous mnemonic of MRCS, right? These are the four organisms causing subcutaneous mycosis. There is only one here, which is your dermatophytosis, which is your superficial mycosis. This is the only one. This is the only one that is going to be not transmitted by some kind of a thorn prick. है ना? So we all know dermatophytosis इसमें yes, mycetoma black granules बात खत्म guys. Thank you Akanksha. Simple simple. ठीक है, moving forward, match the following. ये भी we had done. Remember last में admission class में end में I had given you the table of difference between larva currents and cutaneous larva migrants. Very good, Amar. So very quickly, larva currents, I told you it goes like a current and it is going to be strongyloids. Then visceral larva migrant, something that was not supposed to infect you, goes inside your body. We all know that your Toxocara canis is the one that causes visceral larva migrants. Then cutaneous wala, matlab on the skin going inside your body. I had shown you this, that is Ankylosarcoma braziliensis, right? Zika 2. And then finally, zoonotic schistosomiasis. I believe this was given. It causes your swimmer's itch because it goes by this filariform larva that enters through your foot and everything. So it's going to be D is 3. So I hope everybody marked this and these are the correct options. Right, guys? Are these the correct options? Match the following में. Please help me out very quickly. I am not able to see any chat bot, or are you guys not writing anything, or is it stuck? Okay, I'm going to move forward then. ठीक है. Guys, just help me out here. Was there some kind of a fungating mass which was there over the mitral valve or something? ऐसा type का question was there. Let me just, I think my net is stuck there. Let me just start from here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, now I'm getting the messages. I don't know, my net is stuck from here. Okay, so Ascaris was also there, guys. In this, Ascaris was there. If okay, if Ascaris was there, then what was the thing that was going to be marked? Ascaris था, तो what was the opposite to it? Was it Loeffler syndrome? Was it any kind of X? If Ascaris was there, guys, then what was it supposed to be marked with? Ascaris instead of Toxocara. Are you sure? Acute branched. Acute angle. Guys, this is going to be this is your parasitology. Acute angle wala to is something that we're going to talk about in the aspergillus. Visceral ascariasis. Okay, are you saying that this was not there and ascaris was there? If this was there, okay, then my answer is going to still remain the same. Toxocara ही था. Okay, guys, you're confusing me now. If it's Toxocara, then also it's the same thing. Four diseases, five organisms. Okay, if it was four diseases, five organisms, Ascaris is not matching with anything. It's not matching. The answer is going to still remain the same. Okay, fungating mass over the mitral valve, a silver or Gomori methylamine image was given. I believe this was the image, and you have to identify the organism. This तो we know by heart. ये तो we have been doing in and out, and we know it by heart. ठीक है एक साइड फोर था एक साइड फाइव Ascaris is not matching with everything that was not going to be there. Toxocara causes your visceral larva migrant, so that is going to be there. ठीक है guys, so we all know that this is the aspergillus. हाँ तो acute angle branching था. I'm not visible guys, simply saying here acute angle branching image. Yes, so we all know that this GM is staining. We are seeing the septate hyphae. We are seeing this acute angle branching. This is going to be aspergillus species. बहुत सारे बर्ड्स. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बर्ड्स गाइस? बहुत सारे बर्ड्स भी थे मीनिंग? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बर्ड्स गाइस? ओके, आई एम जस्ट गोना शट दिस एंड सी हियर. चलो. Guys, just please very quickly give me the option number D here. What was the last option here? Okay, guys, I moved on from Ascaris. Can you very quickly tell me ki what was the other thing here? Another option here. Budding hyphae was mentioned in the question. Okay, great. So budding hyphae was mentioned in the question. Okay. Budding type instead of branching. Okay. But if this image is given, guys, if this is the image that was given, we all know these are septate hyphae, right? These are septate hyphae. So then it has to be your aspergillus. Okay, blastomycosis. Thank you, Sakshita Pal. Blastomycosis. Okay, even if it is branching hyphae, done, guys, done. Moving forward. Biosafety level, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, we know that it goes by aerosol, right? It goes by aerosol. I think this might be covered in PSM also. It is going to be BSL-3, right? It is going to be BSL-3. Simple. Image was same. ठीक है, फिर then the answer is going to be Aspergillus. It's okay if you don't remember. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, BSL-3, khatam. Moving forward, okay, this was something which you might feel was a little bit twisted, but for me, I think it was a very, very direct question. Life cycle of the organism is provided. Identify the correct statement. So, looking at the life cycle, what are we seeing? We are seeing these bats, right? We are seeing these bats. We are seeing fruits. That means these are kind of fruit bats, right? And then we are seeing these pigs that are transmitting, and sometimes even direct transmission can happen in humans. What is this organism? This organism is going to be your Nipah virus. Now you had to draw the correct statements for Nipah. So what is it? Humans acts as a reservoir host? That's wrong. So we know that the bats are the reservoirs. They are the ones that are transmitting it. Canada was there, ma'am. I guess it's okay if that is there. It causes, we have to find the correct statement, guys. So it causes encephalitis. Yes, it does cause encephalitis. Is there 100% mortality? No. 60 to 70% mortality is there. DNA virus? No. Remember, anything beyond that happy mnemonic, this virus does not come under the happy mnemonic. It is an RNA virus. So again, the answer is going to be option number TB. Guys, TB कहाँ है? कैनेडा ऑप्शन में तो मैंने डाल दिया गाइस यहाँ पे. I have. Okay, somebody is saying Canada है ऑप्शन में. Even if Canada was there in the option, guys, it still does not rise. ऊपर से हटा के Canada भी कर दूंगी तब भी the answer remains the same. I'm not changing my answer. Okay. हाँ, so I've moved on to the next one, guys. Nipah की बात हो रही है. We're talking about Nipah. The answer is going to be it causes encephalitis. This is the only correct statement. Rest all of them are the wrong statements, right? Okay. Moving on to the next one, we have question number 8. Patient presents with pulmonary symptoms after a recent visit to Northeast. I believe this was the kind of question. Chest X-ray was done. Guys, please help me. What was given in the chest X-ray? Everybody kept telling me, ma'am, chest X-ray. Not correct asked. Not correct asked. Then the options have to be different, guys. If it was not correct, then these are, I don't think not correct. Incorrect. अगर incorrect पूछा था, guys, then you have to give me other options because three of them are going to be the incorrect statements. Was it like a multiple option thing? Correct was asked. Now, guys, even I think correct was asked because all the statements here are going towards, three are incorrect, one is correct. How can they ask the incorrect statements? ठीक है, I'm going with correct because most people are saying correct. Patient presents with pulmonary symptoms after a recent visit to Northeast. Chest X-ray was done. Chest X-ray में what was the thing, guys? Okay, one is saying ivermectin. ठीक है. Okay, guys, I am done with the correct option. Chest X-ray was done. What was there? History was given of ingestion of some crab, and stool wet count showed this egg. So we all know this dhakkan wala egg is going to be the operculated egg, right? Operculated egg we all know is seen either in Diphyllobothrium latum, right? And then it is also seen in your trematodes. ठीक है. अब इसमें there is only one trematode that is causing pulmonary problem with crab का ingestion because it is the second intermediate host and that is going to be your Paragonimus. Paragonimus westermani is the one. Photos of crab was given. Okay, if photo was given of crab, ठीक है. No X-ray was shown. हाँ, okay, X-ray was not shown. Ivermectin or DEC was given. ठीक है. So if this was all, we know that the drug of choice for all trematodes. What is it for all trematodes except your fasciola hepatica? For all of them, it's going to be praziquintal, right? It's going to be the praziquintal because only tricarbendazole is for fasciola hepatica. Rest for all of the trematodes, it's going to be praziquintal. DC was fourth option. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for completing the question. ठीक है. My answer is going to be praziquintal. I hope ये तो पता ही था. ठीक है. So simple. See that they have given the image and what identify the organism by the image. I think this is the kind of question that came. It is so easy. We all know that these four blastomeres that are there, it is related to some kind of a hookworm. Both hookworms that we have, the Nicator americanus and the Ankylostoma, right? Or both of them show the same kind of eggs. And in the question, you were given Nicator americanus, so answer was going to be option number A. ठीक है? Guys, got it? Is this correct? Can I move forward? चलो, ठीक है. Moving on. A patient presented with keratitis. Okay, this is something where I'm a little bit confused, guys, because they gave a history of contact lens wearing, and this which stain would you use to identify the organism? Did they say anything else related to the contact lens? Ankylostoma was the option. Okay, if ankylostoma was the option, still the answer is going to remain the same, guys. Okay. Did they give you any of the other, hint in this question? Because there are two organisms that cause problems. One is going to be your Pseudomonas, and another one is going to be your Acanthamoeba. So both of them are causing problems in the contact lens wearers. Okay, there was history of some watery discharge. Was there an image? Image was given. What was the image, guys? Acanthamoeba keratitis image was given. Oh, okay. This I didn't know. Image of Acanthamoeba keratitis. Okay, eye ka image was given. Guys, please, if you have that image, just please send me that so that I know. Congestion redness with contact lens history. Okay, there was congestion and watery discharge. Please, I need that image, guys. White ring-like thing inside. Okay. So it was like a ring-like thing, and if it was a Canthamoeba, then we know that our answer is going to be Calcofluor white, because Calcofluor white is the thing that works for a Canthamoeba. It is going to be taken up by the cell wall of it, and the trophozoite, motile trophozoite, and all, like the trophozoite will become visible. Some white, intense, painful. Okay, intense pain था, रिंग था कॉर्निया पे. Yes, so all of this is going to point towards the acanthamoeba keratitis. My answer is going to be, even if it was modified GMS, guys, we don't do this for acanthamoeba. Answer is going to be calcofluor white. It is one of the very good stains that takes up. ठीक है? Okay. Okay, moving on then. Identify the organism that demonstrates this positive test in the image given below. So what is the positive test here? We know that this is going to be your germ tube test. Right? तो germ tube test है. So germ tube test, so we know that it is positive in only two organisms. One is your Candida albicans and another one is your Candida dublinensis. So ये तो germ tube test, we all know that this was there. Guys, I've moved forward now. Can we just go ahead? So this is germ tube test. I think this was the question and the answer was going to be option number A. Simple. I think very, very easy. So we didn't have dublinensis, we had albicans. So the answer is going to be option number A. Right? I'm just reading your comments also side by side so I know. Okay, moving on to the next one. We had this Butyraria pancrofti microfilaria seen in peripheral blood. Where is it present rest of the time? So they are basically trying to ask you about the diurnal variation. Right? It is trying to ask you about diurnal variation, that when it is not present in the peripheral bloods, where does it go and hide? At 37 degree? Okay, even if it was mentioned at 37 degree, guys, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be Candida albicans. You know that these are only the two organisms that show the germ tube positivity. ठीक है? So, microfilaria. Yes, the answer, guys. Okay, so this was something that I think a lot of tricky thing was there in this. So matlab, had they asked about some kind of a lymphoid tissue or something, because spleen may the microfilaria are not going and hiding per se. It is the RBCs that might be there that are kind of including the microfilaria. They are going into the spleen and making it bigger. Microfilaria particularly goes and resides because it needs that life cycle to be completed inside the lung. So the lung is the part. That is why it also sometimes causes this pulmonary pneumonitis kind of thing. Even if, okay, kidney was not given, skeletal muscle was given. Even if skeletal muscle was given, guys, the answer is going to be lung. Lung is where it goes and resides, not kidney. Okay, ठीक है. Capillaries of which organ? So it goes and resides in the capillaries of lungs, guys. This was a little bit tricky question because right now, till now, they used to ask about the sheath and the nuclei and everything. But now suddenly this time they've asked you a little bit of a practical question that, or rather not even practical, more of a theoretical question, that where does it go and hide? Okay, so it's going to be, even if skeletal muscle was the option, guys, it doesn't go and hide in the skeletal muscle, it goes and hides in the lung. Okay, okay. Again, which organism produces this clinical image? I need more information regarding this, guys, because I believe that this was more of a clinical question, or had they directly given this image and asked you that which organism is causing this? So please just help me out here. Okay, guys, I got the skeletal muscle option. Still, it's not the answer, guys. So please, आगे बढ़ो. Tell me, help me out with this question. Did they just give you this image and ask you that which organism is causing this clinical image, or was there more history related to this? Because I believe that they can't ask such a simple question. That was all that was asked. It was so direct. Then we know that this is Colpitis macularis, or in the other words, what we call as the strawberry cervix, है ना? So we know that this is something which is seen in just one organism, that is your Trichomonas vaginalis. Very, very direct. One line question, amazing. Organism was not the option, ma'am. It was what causes this. Okay. Okay, I think it means the same. Okay, bacterial vaginosis was one. Only image, ma'am, no history. ठीक है. And fourth was CA cervix. ठीक है, great. Then we all know that this is Colpitis macularis. Even if which organism was not given, if they're just asked that what is the whatever, no history, ठीक है. ठीक है, डन गाइस, ट्राइकोमोनास vaginalis. Okay, this you help me out guys because the answer is simple, but I need to know that if this was the image that they had given. Was this the kind of image? Because people were saying, ma'am, it was some toxin that was acting on the elongation factor 2. Right? So this is what was acting on the elongation factor 2. But had they given something like, this kind of an image, or was the image different? Because somebody said that an image was given, and you had to kind of decide the incorrect statement about the organism that is shown in the image. So the organism here, which is acting on elongation factor 2, we know that there are only two. One is your exotoxin of Pseudomonas, right? But exotoxin of Pseudomonas, and another one is going to be your diphtheria toxin. So, similar image are related to elongation factor. So these are the two organisms that do it. We already know, always read it in the mission classes also. So if this was there, and I'm going to go with diphtheria because based on the options, I'm looking at diphtheria more. So we have to find the incorrect statement. Is it phage coded, this diphtheria toxin? Yes, we know that beta Coraini phage is the one that transmits this tox gene. So it is true. Produces exotoxin. Yes, diphtheria toxin is an exotoxin, causes myocarditis. It is a rare but a complication of diphtheria. Most toxic organism known to man? No, this is an incorrect statement. So for me, option D is going to be incorrect statement. AB subunits, guys, here AB subunit present. Most lethal toxin थिया था, ठीक है. If it was given most lethal also, then also it's wrong. We know that is your botulinum. So it is not. Ribosomal inhibition tha, guys. Don't change the complete topic. Ribosomal 60th ribosomal inhibition tha, then we are completely on a different track. Now we have to think about Shigella. So ribosomal inhibition, Shivangi, please confirm with me. I think everybody has told me about elongation factor 2. So I'm going to go with elongation factor 2. ठीक है? चलो. So the answer is going to be most lethal hai, or whatever it is, most toxic organism. Okay, another question that came, a patient had cough and fever, then sputum sample was inoculated on sheep blood agar that grew pinpoint alpha hemolytic colonies. ठीक है, gram stain is provided to you, and what is the correct statement about this organism? So, given the image, okay, elongation factor 2 हो गया है, guys. ठीक है guys, अर्नव तक I have read the question, the options, so we have done with that. आगे बढ़ो. So this was given. I think this is the kind of image. It is a gram-positive cocci in pairs, and given the whole history with the alpha hemolytic colonies, pinpoint agar, cough and fever, I'm going towards the diagnosis of Streptococcus pneumoniae infection, right? Yes. So, what is the correct statement about this organism? I believe they had asked about the correct statement. So, when we talk about streptococcus, none of the streptococcus are catalase positive, they are negative. So, vancomycin is the drug of choice. No, for streptococcus, the penicillin is the drug of choice if it is susceptible. Bile soluble, yes. Streptococcus pneumoniae is bile soluble. Remember that mnemonic of bile soluble tha, inulin, fermenter, and optochin sensitive. So these were all the options. Yeah, these were all the things that was there related to Streptococcus pneumoniae. Vaccine is not available. Again, wrong. Vaccine is available for Streptococcus, the pneumococcal vaccine. Optochin was in the option. So if Optochin was in the option, were there five options, and had they given it as a sensitive or a resistant thing? HSV? Guys, where was HSV? Herpes simplex, Aman, what are you saying? HSV? If they had asked the correct statement, it is bile solubility. It is bile soluble. If Optochin was given, then where was Optochin given, guys? One of the options have to go. Then five options, they were there five options. Then if there was not five options, then where was Optochin, guys? Because Optochin is also done for this, and I believe then they would have given Optochin resistant. Okay, now somebody saying, ma'am, bile was given. No, Optochin was given. Okay, guys, you can fight over this, but please give me later a correct wo. No Optochin. Catalase negative. Okay, if it was catalase negative, bile soluble only. Guys, I'm going to stick with bile solubility. Moving on. A healthcare worker had a needle prick injury from a patient who had viral load and HbS antigen positive. HCV had two complete schedules of vaccinations, but a non-responder. So what is the next step in this case? I believe this was the. Okay, guys, I've moved on to the next question. Bile was given for sure. The bile solubility is the answer. Catalase negative था option में. Catalase negative था option में, guys. I don't think it can be catalase negative. It has to be catalase positive, guys. Because negative में तो फिर then that is also a correct statement. It can't be. Either it has to be multiple correct then. Was it like a multiple correct option thing, guys? Because somebody's saying all options correct. Okay, I'm going to move on. Healthcare worker, needle prick injury, patient had high viral load, HBS positive. Healthcare worker had two completed schedules of vaccinations but a non-responder. So here, what do you do? I think this was the option. So if it is a non-responder person after two full doses of vaccination, there is no point giving a vaccine to this person because he will still not respond, right? And one, just two doses, stat is not the criteria. The criteria is that two doses, one right now and one maybe 2 weeks later or 4 weeks later. He took 3 months ago. Option B was two doses now and one after 4 weeks. Okay, this is what I wanted to confirm. No booster for option. No option for booster. हाँ तो booster you can't give anyway. The person is a non-responder. No matter how many more vaccinations you will give, the body will not make antibodies. One dose, then full dose of vaccine. Okay, one you are saying booster नहीं था. One dose HBIG and then one full dose of vaccine. Again, not the correct answer, guys. Vaccine is not going to help this patient. We have to give only immunoglobulin. HBN first dose of vaccine same day. Again, can't give vaccine, guys. No, we can't complete the vaccination. Person is not going to respond. He's a non-responder. Was this word given in the question or not? Was this given in the question or not? If this is given in the question that the person is a non-responder, then kitna vaccine doge, he will still not respond. Uski body is not willing to make antibodies. ठीक है, so my answer is going to be B. उसने लगाया नहीं third dose. Was the word non-responder given? If they are saying that third dose was not put, not taken, if that is the thing, then I'm going to go with the first dose and this one dose of HBIG and then one dose of full dose of vaccine. Okay, guys, you non-responder was there. If okay, then if non-responder is there, then my answer remains B. I'm going to move forward. What is the most common cause of adult gastroenteritis? Okay, this was a very weird question because abhi tak they used to always ask about the child ka gastroenteritis, right? And we all know that adeno, rota, and your astrovirus, they are all the one that causes some kind of gastroenteritis in children, right? Either infants or babies. So apart from that, the only one that is causing it in adults is going to be the norovirus. So our answer was option number D. आपने बोला था एक डोज देना है नॉन रिस्पॉन्डर को गाइस एक डोज आफ्टर फर्स्ट टाइम दैट द पर्सन हैज हैड अ कंप्लीट डोज ऑफ वैक्सीनेशन मुकेश व्हाट आई सेड वाज दैट इफ अ पर्सन हैज कंप्लीटेड वन फुल डोज ऑफ वैक्सीनेशन दैट मींस 3 doses after that if the person is not responding you give another dose but here they have written that two full doses of vaccination was taken like two full cycles of vaccination was taken. If two full cycles are taken and still the person is not responding, then that person is called as a non-responder. For that, we just give immunoglobulin. We don't give vaccine because it's not going to help now. So full two, they had written two schedules of vaccines. That means total 6 doses was given to this person. Okay? Yes, two schedules in the past. Got it. So norovirus is the answer. It is the most common one which is causing gastroenteritis in adults. So even if you didn't know this norovirus, you know that adeno, rota, and astro cause problems in children. So the answer by exclusion had to be norovirus. Okay, guys. Now two things that I did not get the complete question for. First, was there a question on how is innate immunity different from acquired immunity? Was this the question, or had they asked something related to the innate immunity? Because this is something where I saw somewhere, but guys, just help me with this question. Guys, if there was non-responder in the question, the answer is going to be immunoglobulin giving, no vaccine. Please. Why is innate faster? How is innate faster? Had they given this? Why is it? Yes, same question. Tha. Okay, now give me the options then. How is it different? It does not generate memory. Why is innate faster was a separate question. Innate immunity is against most common pathogen. Against most common pathogen. Okay. Guys, are they these two different questions or are they the same question? I'm getting confused now. Baba Adeno, Amar Adeno 4041, remember? It is gastroenteritis in children. Identify self and non-self. Okay, identify self and non-self. Okay, somebody saying can't differentiate between self and non-self. Somebody saying identify self and non-self. Guys, you're confusing me now. It has common receptors to act fast for broad coverage. Common receptors to act fast for broad coverage. Innate versus adaptive. Okay. Does okay, I'll have to basically doesn't undergo negative selection. Germ cell lines. I'm just writing, guys. I'm not basically trying to figure out what was there. Okay. How is innate different from acquired? Okay, I'll figure this question out, guys. I need one more help. Something about HPV image. Was there an image of different layers of the cervix or something, and they had asked you something about HPV? Acquired. Negative selection option was not there. Okay, it doesn't undergo negative selection. Generate memory. Okay, it does generate memory. Guys, I'll figure this question out, but please try to help me with this. Was there something related to HPV image? Something related to some layers of the cervix or something, and then in the answer options there was HPV. Different layers of skin was there. Okay, so skin ka layers was there. Viral application. Okay, I think then I will leave this, and this might be taken up by either Rena ma'am or this will be taken up by no skin layers were given. अच्छा ठीक है. So this will be taken up by Madhudeni sir then. ठीक है. So guys, I am done here. Thank you. If you have any more questions, then please send me on the WhatsApp or Telegram or anything. And okay, I'll hand it over to the next person.